What's up, guys? Happy Halloween, man. Y'all see I got the Squid Games outfit on. I'm gonna post the picture. Yeah, I'm saying. But this is the first installment of the free course that's coming out. This is gonna be the video that's about the sessions. So for anybody that's trying to learn how to trade, or you're just trying to recommend a video to anybody about learning how to trade, this is gonna be their need to know guide, or need to know basis of what they need to know about the sessions, pretty much. This is a little outline I made for this specific video. We're gonna be talking about the essence of each session, time zone of each session, the kill zone, and the best time to trade each session based on your trading style. All right. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. Let's get into it. So first, we're gonna get into a little bit of background of each session, right? So as you know, we have London. Let's delineate by this. These are, don't mind these are other zones. We have London, which will be taking place from pretty much 1 a.m. until 5 a.m. So that's the main period of time that you want to trade that. The kill zone, which is like the time in which price makes its biggest or most efficient moves within that session. That's what kill zones are. That would be from 2 o'clock to 5 a.m. And you want to make sure all of this is New York Standard Time. So you want to use the New York time. You want to make sure this is all New York time. All right. So each one of these lines I have here are delineating the next day. So true day Wednesday, start of true day for Thursday. All right. So this is all of Thursday's price action. Wednesday. So the daily candles broken down for you guys to see into each session. And that's how you want to make your trading digestible. All right. So that's the first thing. So let's talk about London session. So what is London session? London session is, like I was saying, is from basically from 1 a.m. until pretty much 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. because it has the overlap with New York session. New York session starts at 7 a.m. and lasts pretty much until noon. Pretty much. That's pretty much New York session. So that's why London session and New York session, they have a huge overlap where a lot of action takes place, which is around 8 a.m., which is this part right here, which you guys see here. Now, with London session, what is so significant about London session? London session pretty much is where you usually get, or could possibly get, the high or the low of the day. That's what you're looking for to form during London session. So for example, we just look through this week. So let's start Monday, and let's go all the way through Thursday. So we just go from Monday to Thursday, and this is going to be on gold. So I just go to the regular gold pair actually. Monday to Thursday gold. All right. So this doesn't happen every day. This happens 80% of the time. 75 to 80%. So there's 2 a.m. London session. The high of this day happened during London. Same thing. At the very end of London session, the low of the day happened during London for Tuesday. Wednesday, this is during the lunch period, but as you can see, is a huge move. The high and low both formed during New York session for this specific day. All right. Lowest point of the day, London, for Thursday as well. So you see, that's kind of something that you could kind of depend on. And that doesn't just happen across gold. It happens for most pairs. So let's go through another pair. When it finishes loading. All right. London, low of the day Tuesday. London, high of the day Monday. For Thursday, low of the day formed. So that's why bias is a very big part of this as well. But as you can see, the higher low usually forms during London session. So London session is where you want to find your, they call it Judas swing. You want to find your fake out swing for the rest of the day. For example, you're gonna see this right here, this sell. We got this break show. You go, okay, so I believe this is the low of today. You can be targeting buys based on other time frame confluences. So that's kind of how you would use the sessions. It does tells you a good amount what you need to know about London session. Even here, it just had the huge move down, took out liquidity. So you already swept liquidity here. So you know, okay, this is more than likely probably the low of the day because all the liquidity that we're mainly targeting has already been swept. As you can see, you just went up, bought up for the rest of the day till you took up buy side. You just kept taking buy side because you already swept the sell side. So that's how you could use the London session to kind of set up some of your trades. It's just like prior knowledge. This is like some things that you just got to get down as prior knowledge to possibly know, and it just helps your trading overall. So this is London session. It's a good little piece about London. Then we have New York session, and these are the two main sessions that everybody trades: London, New York. So at New York session, you basically want to look for continuations or reversals. So for example, if you trade New York, you always look at what London did. If you're trading in London, you're anticipating. You're using this to try and find the higher low of the day if you're trading in London. That's kind of what you're looking for. New York is a lot easier to trade, and beginners should definitely look to trade New York because you have prior information. London session, you're looking back to you're just basically just targeting liquidity at that point. You're like, okay, we took out buy side, made a high of the day. For the rest of London, you're just taking, following the trend. So London's kind of like you want to, after you get a certain point, you want to follow the trend type of thing. That's what like I was saying. The trade New York though, it's a continuation or reversal of London session. So what happened here? So London session, low of the day, dropped off. You wouldn't notice this is the low of the day yet. You wouldn't know that yet. But based off of what you have for New York, you see the price starts 8:30. 8:30 opens happens here. You start getting our influx of news. You see, okay, well, we're starting off here. We've taken out this sell side here. This could be the potential low of the day. We need a signal. You get this market structure shift here. We've broken to the buy side bullishly with displacement. And you could have been like, okay, well we're gonna target some buy side. And it came and actually swept out all this buy side. So if you would have got in, on a lower time frame, found what you need to find down here on one of these time frames, could have got you a trade here. Just based off of not even having to do anything bias wise. You just strictly just looked at what you've had already for London and you're able to make a bias for New York. Like, okay, the highest probability thing we do here. Now we already swept sell side. That's what this whole session was for earlier. We'd be like, okay, this is a clear reversal, and we're gonna be looking to target buy side for the rest of the day. You got in on a lower time frame, boom. So this is a scenario, for example. Then you have this scenario here. All right, let's go into Monday. So Monday, high before you had a steady downtrend. 8:30 open happens. Got you a nice 15-minute order block here. Of course, everything you trade, whether it's displacement, order blocks, inefficiencies, you always use confirmation. What you could have did was like, okay, we had this clean, unmitigated order block here. We've been bearish this whole time. Let's see if we continue bearish or if we, reverse. Get a continue market structure shift here. Continuation. Well, okay, this could possibly be the high of the day. I'll take you some sales. Look for some targets. There's no targets down there, so you just ride this trade out until you just ride this trade out until runs out of momentum, which it does here. Boom, you're good. Session ends also at 11. That's the kill zone from 8:30 to 11. That's the only time you want to really trade New York. Ends here. Boom. Another scenario. We got here. It's the same thing. 8:30 open happens here. Start showing that we want to go bullish here. We failed to make a lower low. So you have a high, lower low, high, lower low. A failure swing here. Started showing some bullishness. Could have waited for a little bit more confirmation on the lower time frames. Boom. So New York is what I always tell beginners they want to trade based off of stuff like this. You have prior context, as you can see here. A lot of consolidation. We've already been bullish for most of London. We're not really going to continue to believe that we're going to go bullishly anymore. We already kind of we see the momentum dying down here. We're still making higher lows. So we have to, obviously wait. Get a shift here. Beautiful bearish market structure after this break. Ran out of momentum buying. Now the sellers have the market. New York session here. New York session here was really range bound. It just stayed within this range. But you would have still been able to, possibly find a play off of this order block here. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you want to use the sessions. The identity of the sessions are set there to make things easier for you to do as a beginner. So London session, I never recommend to a beginner. I always recommend New York due to the fact that you have information prior to make a bias or basis off of. You never just trade your bias blind. You trade what you see. So you can see here that we're still bearish. You're like, all right, well, I'm still getting bearishness. So I'm going to anticipate this is the high of the day. I'm going to target this. It smashes through to your take profit. And if you let it run a little bit, you would just got more. But you basically are just knowing, okay, this is looking like a continuation because it could be a continuation or it could be a reversal. So this is looking like a reversal. Same thing with here. You see, we're just kind of range bound. Boom, we make break structure. We'll wait for price to come back down. Hit this clear unmitigated order block here. Easy little trade. Made a failure swing higher. Could have took our money here. Waited for us to get some bearishness. And then boom. And this could have played into your bias for London. So London is kind of like a little different. You know what I'm saying? But New York, I always recommend because you have so much prior information to go based off of to make your claim on base to be able to trade what you see. Like here you can see, all right, we're still bearish. And bearish, still bearish, market structure shift bearishly. What can New York be? A reversal or a continuation. So you have a continuation down here. And that's the whole premise of why you need to know the sessions. Now we got Tokyo, Sydney, what you could say, Asian session. So Asian, usually a lot of people are looking to trade the Asian range. So if you're a range bound trader or you're a trader that like scalping or you like your liquidity, you target like gaps of liquidity. This would be a good session for you to trade because it's a lot of ranging. As you can see, as it moves after market, and this is basically post market close. So say after 6 o'clock, the little jump from 6, which is right here, this candle. From 5 to 6, the market's closed. Then it opens back up at 7. which happens here. Boom. And then you have basically the rest of the day. It's a lot more range bound during this point in time because London's when a new influx of liquidity, like London session, New York session, kind of run the markets. That's where all the liquidity is injected. Tokyo session and Sydney, Tokyo session that doesn't have enough power. They don't have enough hold over the market in general to move the market significantly either direction. So for the most part, it's always a range. It's not always going to be a range, but for the most part, it's usually a range. Let's see here. It's always like smaller, little smaller moves. Like this is all of that. So from here, you only got this. You only got this whole little move. That whole from six from 6 o'clock until midnight. You only get this little piece. Same thing here. You only get this little piece of range. So if you're a range bound trader, you would look to probably trade Sydney or Asia session because you have a lot more range. So that's what I was talking about. I was gonna go into the point of whenever it loads back. I don't know why I just kicked that out. Bear with me, y'all. My laptop's a little. Oh, I need to buy another one for sure. Oh, come on, man! Don't do this to me right now. Basically, that plays into the best trading style for each session based on the best time to trade each session based on your trading style or which session is best for you to look at. So if you're looking for trends or you're looking for to get in and just hold for majority of the day, then you more so want to try and look to target the master London. That's why I realize a lot of day traders, like I guess you could say day to swing, dayish the swing traders, they all look to usually enter during London session, unless they don't get anything that they feel is confluence enough worthy. But they usually use the higher time frame to find it anyway. But that's when they usually attack the market. It's attack during London because they will want to catch, you know, good entry, good low, and catch price all the way to his their take profit. So they're like holding it. You want to hold their trade for majority of the day, if not the whole day until close. That's their main target. So they would usually use London session because that like a position is like more so like they're looking at the daily and weekly stuff. But day traders or dayish swing traders are looking to enter during London because they'll be in a trade. They don't have to check their trade all day long. They're just sitting there all day or possibly multiple days till they reach their target. So London session is what works best for them. If you're a scalping, you can kind of trade any session. It'd be better to trade London or Asia session. That's found to be better because high impact news hits during New York. So New York is pretty dangerous for scalpers, especially if they're not aware of the news. It's not dangerous if they're aware of the news. Like if they know news hits at 10 and they're trade at 9, they know they need to go ahead and hurry up and get out. Like cool. But if they're not paying attention, they don't really want to look to trade during New York. They can trade New York. I trade New York and I'm a scalper. So you can trade New York, but London and Asia is your best bet. Now if you're a day trader, New York is like your best thing to do because you'll catch the probably pretty much the nicest overall move during New York. Like I was saying, you just because I trade. I'm a day trader and scalper, so I trade both. So my best day trade setups always come from New York session. My best scalping setups come from London and Asia. So that's my literal like I literally do this. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my point of view of how like the best time to use these strategies. So if you're using a day trading strategy, the best time is most definitely New York session because all you got to do is determine whether or not it's a reversal or continuation. Like here, you've already taken out all the buy side as you're pretty much looking for. Structure shift with displacement, you would just hold this down to the duration to end the session. Boom. And you're pretty much good for New York. Boom. Same thing here. Pressing down. Liquidity sweep. big liquidity sweep, you just hold it to the end of the session. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like day traders move. Like they take big trades throughout they take a big trade that lasts them and sustains them for that day. And that's like their main goal. For example, like here, boom, bullishly, continuation, just hold it, and then boom, feel me? Same thing here. You wait for the retrace, boom. All this did was retest this fair value yet, right? Here we got some bearishness. Like day trading wise, you're looking to hold for the majority of for the bulk of the day. For position traders, I know a lot of them try and look to enter during London. So that's just like my 2 cents of the sessions. Um, have any more things to talk about? Talk about the time zone. Basically, from pretty much 1 on to 5. Well, 2 to 5 is the kill zone for London. 8:30 until 11 is the kill zone for New York. And I don't believe Asia has a kill zone really. I just know this is the Asia range right here from basically 2 o'clock. From 2 o'clock till the next day. That's kind of like the Asia range right there. That's the Asia range. So that's that important time for that part right there. Talk about kill zones, important times, the essence of each session. Uh, the higher low formation, which you're mainly looking for during London, reversal or continuation during New York, consolidation or range bound market trading during Tokyo. Yep, and that kind of touches everything you need for the sessions. The sessions is kind of like a quick little topic because that's kind of just where you basically figure out what type of trader you are, what you want to do. Best thing, because this is for beginners and this is a beginner free video, I say you definitely want to focus on New York. If you're starting, I'm telling you, if you're starting anywhere in your trading journey, New York is the easiest to try. Like when you're trying to blend time and price, which I have a video on time and price, before you get anywhere near any of the more advanced or confusing things, start with New York. New York, some people don't even switch from New York. They just stay New York session because New York is so, it prints you so much money. You have so much to know. Like you can master New York, you start throwing news in there, you start seeing the news trades, and the news trades all align with what you see on the chart. If you see a continuation needs to be had, here's the 10 o'clock news candle right here. Like you're in bearish, bearish. You have a continuation in mind, high of the day during London here. It's 10 o'clock news candle. You're like, okay, I just broke structure bearishly. We have to go down. And that 10 o'clock news candle, this big black candle here, supports that for Friday news. This 9:30 candle, if you didn't have a confirmation of what you think, even though you have like sweeps here, so sell side sweep with these wicks, you could tell prices rejecting going down. You have the sweep here. This 9:30 news here break structure for you. So now you know you have a continuation with this being the low of the day for New York. You know what I'm saying? So New York could give you context on the news. It could give you context on where you're gonna go for a majority of the or possibly the whole rest of the day. So New York is a very good like it teaches you to get awareness and bias plan in the market because it has so much prior information that you can use to determine it. So that's pretty much my video on sessions. I hope you all found this very helpful. I hope this is very insightful for you guys. And yeah, I'm gonna leave the official session times right here. just so you can have their full take of the sessions. Even though I'll give you guys the kill zones, and the kill zones are really mainly what you're like, really what you need and what you're really like looking for. But I'm gonna just leave this right here so you have a set in stone guide of the times. Any minute now. I'm very sorry about that. It's taking forever. Basically, I'm trying to visually show you guys, and it's not. It's not. It doesn't want to cooperate. Here we go. Here you guys go. Eastern Standard Time. So New York session, like I was saying, open. This is the full. This is the full length of the sessions here. So 1800 6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock till 3 a.m. is Tokyo session. London session, they have from 3 p.m. till 12 a.m. Well, 3 a.m. till 12 like noon. Then you have 8 a.m. until that 5 p.m. So basically, the 8 o'clock till 8 to 5 to when it closes. The market closes when it opens up at 6 to 3 a.m. is the full Tokyo session. London session is 3 a.m. to 12. But you could start London session a little earlier. I don't really like this because there's an influx of price action before 3 a.m., which happens and you always have news that happens also sometimes. So the kill zone for London is 8:30 until 11. That's when price is really at its peak because of the overlaps between these two sessions. And then with Tokyo, you have 2 a.m. till 5 because of the overlaps between Tokyo and London session. And then Sydney, which isn't really like the most important one, will be from what is this? From 4 p.m. until 1 a.m. So this is like a little chart you guys can use here. And I just gave you guys the kill zones for it. The kill zones are basically the times that you really want to look for trades within these sessions. There'll be a lot of volatility, a lot of movement, and everything like that. So I hope this is very helpful. I hope this helps you guys out. I just wanted to show you guys the actual visual of the sessions, the open and close of each of them. Looks just like this. Oh, yep, just like that. And yeah, y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for watching.